If you're in the friend zone right now, you have two options. Continue being her friend and give up on the idea of ever dating her. Or two, stop being her friend and give yourself a fighting chance at dating her. I'm gonna give you the hard truth. She might like you, but she doesn't desire or respect you.
Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Taylor the Fiend back again, and today we are taking a look at the dangers of being stuck in the friend zone and why men just shouldn't be there in the first place. Don't forget to leave your thoughts and your comments, and let's jump right into the video.
Alright, I say this all the time, and I get heat for it. Situationships do not exist. You are friend-zoned, and you happen to be a woman. So let's talk about it. First off, what does the friend zone dynamic look like for guys, since I think we're a little bit more familiar with that? It's a guy who wants to be with a given girl, but maybe he's tried, maybe he hasn't. Regardless, he can't close the deal. Maybe this is because she's out of his league, maybe she just doesn't see him as relationship material, maybe that's his fault, maybe that's not. Maybe she's just emotionally checked out. Whatever it is. If you're in a situationship, this should sound pretty familiar to you. The only difference is that when a woman friend zones a guy, it's a high likelihood that she uses him for emotional intimacy. Like, he's probably the one that she goes to a shoulder to cry on whenever she breaks up with someone or has troubles in her.
In other words, a dude in the friend zone gets tasked with the responsibilities of a boyfriend.
Dating life. But a guy is using her for physical intimacy. The guy in the situationship is usually pretty content with the situationship. He's okay if it stays that way indefinitely. He doesn't have commitment issues, he's just made a decision. And that decision is that while he's fine to do something physically with you, probably sleeping together, he doesn't really want anything more than that. If you want a relationship and the other person doesn't, there's no specific category of like mini relationship that you're getting. It's just called rejection. But unfortunately, it's a really sticky kind of limbo that you can get stuck in if you just completely refuse to accept it because you think that a situationship eventually converts into a relationship. There's no such thing as a situationship. It's just friend zoning with benefits.
Calling it a situationship is just a form of denial. Those things go absolutely nowhere for women. It's actually a complete loss for women.
I need a name for the opposite of being friend-zoned because I am so exhausted of having this experience where I think I've made a genuine guy friend. We're laughing, we're having a good time, we're bonding over mutual interests. It just feels very wholesome and fun. And then they say something suggestive, and then I have to either A, not reciprocate, or B, set a boundary, and then they just stop talking to me.
He stopped talking to her because he wasn't interested in friendship. He wanted something more.
And this can happen in any phase of a relationship. Either you've just met or you've known each other for a little bit. And it's so dehumanizing because it's very clear then that I was only seen as a romantic or sexual prospect and not as a person. If you have a name suggestion for this awful experience, put them down below. Feel free to share your experiences because I would love to have just a bonding moment with people who have also gone through this.
When she friend zones a dude, it is standard. When she gets friend zoned, it is dehumanizing, apparently.
So can we normalize you letting me borrow your husband, and not in that way, you freaking weirdos, but in the way where you both come over and he helps, hang my TV and lift all the heavy things, and we drink wine at the same time, and I'll make you both dinner, and he can have a beer at the same time too. It's a win-win-win-win. But I need to borrow your husband.
You don't get to borrow a husband to do household labor. She can hire a handyman for that.
This is absolutely the result of men leaving the friend zone, which is becoming so widespread that here we see a woman coming online asking other women if she can borrow their husbands. It's called a handyman. You Google somebody locally, you call that number, and then guess what? You have to pay for it. Because trust me, no husband wants to spend hours at your house, even if his wife is there, to fix things for you and then get just a beer and some food out of it. That man would much rather just stop for some takeout food on the way home from work and then actually be able to sit down for an hour, which is honestly all he wants because these husbands out here are tired.
Women like that only see men as usable commodities. They're not even seen as human beings, I swear.
Lastly, could you imagine a man coming on here making a video and talking about how he wants to borrow your wife in order to do wifey things? Like cleaning and cooking and doing laundry? No, he would be canceled so quickly and he would be kicked off of social media. But that doesn't happen when a woman makes that video because of the double standard.
Men can cook and clean on our own. We don't need to borrow some dude's wife to do that.
Okay, so you know how men are super simple, and if they're truly into you, you'll know. It's not rocket science. Women are actually the exact same way. If she's making up excuses why she's not texting you back, if she's not jumping at the opportunity to see you, if she doesn't act like she likes you, she doesn't like you. Don't let women put you in a friend zone, because this is what they try to do. They'll try to keep you around because they think you're good enough to become a friend. They want you to give them that attention that they think that they deserve, but they don't think you're good enough to be a potential boyfriend or someone that they would.
In other words, that man is good enough to use for resources, but not actually good enough to date. Hilariously disgusting, isn't it?
Date. So it's not rocket science with women either. If she doesn't act like she likes you, if she doesn't jump at the opportunity to go on a date, if she doesn't text you back right away, if she doesn't act excited around you, she's not interested and she probably wants to friend zone you. So just drop it. No point in being friends with her. A woman that likes you will not keep you second guessing. You'll know. It's gonna be easy, it'll flow, it'll be natural. You guys will be on the same page. So if you feel like you're doing the chasing and it's not reciprocated, drop her. She doesn't like you.
Men have gotten wise to the friend zone. That's why we refuse to be a part of something like that.
You're such a major green flag that I'm like, I can't.
Yeah, that's okay. But thank you so much for saying that.
No, I love the way you interacted with everyone. You're so polite and like you're just down for like the criticism as well. But I think it's like too much of a green flag that I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna ruin you.
No worries, no worries.
Wait, so you're saying he's too perfect, therefore you're gonna reject him?
Yeah.
Understood.
Makes sense,
It's
yeah?
gonna be your heartbreak.
Well, definitely.
This proves how even when a woman finds a man who ticks all of the boxes, she will still reject him anyway.
Okay. Did you get that? He's too good. You're so perfect. You're, polite and you take criticism well and you were like so respectful to anyone, but I can't. I feel like I'm going to ruin you. Guys, she's lying. He's boring. She's bored. This is a perfectly decent guy, probably, right? He's a good looking guy. He looks like he's relatively in shape. He's soft spoken, he's gentle, he's polite, as she said. I guess it's a game where you're able to criticize. He accepted that criticism with dignity and took it.
Women like that demand a life of excitement and endless emotional peaks. It's just completely impossible.
And he's too nice. This is why the nice guys finish last. He overextended himself too much. He was too polite. He was too, oh, what can I do to make you happy? He was too like, oh, yes, of course, you said I was XYZ. Well, maybe I can improve on. You can see the energy right from the get-go that guy is too soft. He's too gentle. He's like sunken in. Stand up straight, guys. Stand up. You got to have that man energy. You got to have that masculine male energy. You got to have it all around.
Men should embrace their masculinity for themselves, not to impress damaged goods.
In fact, it's got to be so strong that she feels it where she's standing, so that if the wind blows a certain way, she's like, ooh, right? So the power dynamic in that she assessed was going to be with her, right? And ultimately, women don't want that. They think they want to be in power, but they don't. Because those guys that allow them to be in power, they cheat on them or they leave them.
It doesn't matter what women say they want. Their long list of ex-boyfriends says otherwise.
If you're in the friend zone right now, you have two options. Continue being her friend and give up on the idea of ever dating her. Or two, stop being her friend and give yourself a fighting chance at dating her. I'm gonna give you the hard truth. She might like you, but she doesn't desire or respect you. You wanna know why? Because you're acting like a girl. You're passively marketing yourself to her. You're basically begging her to notice you. That's not what men do. When a man with confidence and self-respect wants to pursue a relationship, he makes his intentions clear and
There is no sense wanting to date a woman who friend-zoned you. It'll be a terrible experience.
doesn't play games. He acts in a manner that represents what he wants the relationship to be. And if she doesn't reciprocate, he moves on to a girl that will. He doesn't linger as her friend. The first time I flew to Florida to visit my now boyfriend, I told him I wanted to visit his friends first to see if we had a good connection. He told me, verbatim, I have no interest in being your friend. This statement was jarring, but it did two things. It simplified the situation and put me in a much less anxious headspace, and it also made me respect him immensely because he was clearly a man of self-respect. So find some self-respect of your own and get the hell out of the friend zone.
A man gets no benefit from being in the friend zone. Honestly, just walk away. It's not worth it at all.
I have this male friend that's been pursuing me for quite some time now, but that recently changed due to the fact that I invited him out with a friend of mine, a girlfriend, and they ended up having sex. Now, he's still trying to pursue me, but I just can't get over the fact that, that happened. So how do I break it to him without losing the friendship?
Didn't you say y'all were friends before?
Yes.
And he was acting like your friend, but he was pursuing you?
Yes.
And you kept telling him no?
Yes.
So what you need to break to him now?
She wasn't interested before, but the second he finds another woman, she gets jealous of him. This is very damn typical.
Here's what you got to do. Here's the only way to fix this. You have to put it out your mind that happened with him and the girl. Y'all wasn't in a relationship. He been asking you for 7 years. Now, I think that's a long time to keep asking somebody for something, and they keep saying no, and then you go and do something else. So really can't get mad at the man.
Right.
He did what most men in here would have done. So I would say, if I were you, I'd give him a shot, but you got to block that out. You cannot bring it up.
There is no point in wasting 7 years of your life in the friend zone. It never benefits you at all.
Why does a guy go in the friend zone, and can he get out?
For me personally, it's really hard to get out of the friend zone. I'm not a very friends to lovers kind of girl, so I feel like if you take too long to take that first step, I think I'm going to friend zone you.
So it's almost like he's being too timid.
Yeah.
And there might be a moment where something could happen, but once you feel that timidity, it's like a turn off forever.
Yeah, I don't think it's timidity. There's just, I'm either attracted to someone or I'm not, and I can tell on the first date usually.
Wow. So it could just be there's nothing he can do. You either have that chemistry, or he's out.
She said the quiet part out loud. If you are friend zoned, she's not physically attracted to you.
How long you been friends? Shit, what, like a year? If not, I don't know. Have you ever thought about him as your future man? Even vice versa, not even like that. She's a little too crazy for me, so I don't know.
Jerry.
So there's no circumstance where you'd ever give him a chance or, let him hit?
Let him, girl, that's not a nice thing to say. Let him hit? That's disrespectful.
The fact that she got offended at that question proves that she didn't want to sleep with the guy.
Why do you feel that way? Because we good friends.
Yeah, it's icky to say yeah, we're friends. It's icky to say
she's a homie. She's a homie.
Yeah.
She's a homie.
Saying let him hit is not very nice.
But be honest with me. What is it about him that makes you not attracted to him the way you would be attracted to another guy?
What kind of question is?
It's a fair question to ask. That guy deserves to know why he's been shoved in the friend zone. Honestly, again, this is something men should just voluntarily leave themselves.
That's a valid question. That's a valid question. That is a valid question. But no. That's for another time. Appreciate the questions, my guy. We got to get out of here. We got to get out of here. Appreciate it.
He tries to get her out of there. She stops to pose for the camera. She has no respect for him at all.
Boy, you so weak. I'm talking to so many men that's way better than you. And I don't even think you understand that. Yeah, I am. Men who out here who's willing to do anything for me. I can pick up the phone and say, hey, I need some gas money, and they sending it. But every time I call you, it's always a problem, and I'm tired of that.
Call him. If that's true, call him right now.
What you mean call him right now? I don't have to prove nothing to you. I can show.
Insulting men for not being good enough won't do anything. It actually strengthens men's resolve.
I can show you my bank account and show you that I got at least 5 dudes that's sending me money.
Well, what's the problem, baby? If you got all these dudes sending you money, why are you hollering at me buying money if you got these people taking care of you?
First of all, because they not who I want. It's you who I want. But you can't even get your act right. Do you not know how that feels? The person that you want can't even do what you ask for them to do. It's hard getting money from you.
That just proves that she doesn't want him. If she did, she wouldn't care about money like that.
Do I gotta do something extra? All I gotta do is pick up, they say, hey, let's go eat. All I gotta do is go eat with them. And they giving me $300, $400 off rip. But with you is, well, what you did for me and all this. What you mean what I do for you? They not asking me that. What you mean? I'm just saying, they not asking me that, so I'm trying to figure out.
I'm not gonna hit.
If she's got so many men giving her money, why is she ripping into him instead of dating them?
I don't know, man, because I don't know what they got going on in their life. But I got houses, cars, companies, I pay hundreds of thousands a year in taxes. I pay property taxes, mud taxes. I pay people.
So you basically ain't got the money.
I take care of my family, my grandparents, my mamas, my daddies, my sisters, cousins. I just gave you a list about 30 things I gotta do. That's not even including water bills, gas bills, light bills, phone.
The man has his priorities, and simping for an ungrateful woman is not one of them.
Bills. I just gave you a list. I got you sitting in a nice vehicle right now. You see what I'm saying? And
that's
you tell
not mine.
I don't care what's for you, baby. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Wow.
Let me be real with you.
Okay.
And with that being said, if you want a little boy who stay in an apartment, who got a little car, who able to spend his little money, but he can't afford houses, he can't afford to pay.
Penthouses,
they can't afford.
She will never understand that her wants and desires are not part of his deeds and responsibilities.
Afford to pay the franchise taxes on their businesses. They can't afford to pay the BOI to keep the businesses running. If you're not dealing with a man who actually makes more than me, I'm not talking about somebody who got more available funds right now. But if they bills only $3,000, $4,000, and my bills is $17,000 a month, bills. I ain't talking about fun money to go eat. I'm talking about bills. If they not competing with me on that level, baby, I think you should go with them, because I don't even want no woman who think that.
This man is building something important for himself, and this woman just can't seem to appreciate that.
That's small. Wow. You understand? So
okay, if you got $500, you could have just said that.
I don't have $500 for you, because everything I do is luxury, baby, and it's for me. Now, if you want to be a part of this life, you can. If you don't, let me know. Okay, but I don't have to be a part of their life, and they giving me money. So what's like, you know what? At this point, you just wasting my time, and I don't even understand why I even chose to deal with you. And are you really recording me right now? Like, what's the point of that? Like,
Women record men all the time to try and shame them. The second a dude does it, it's a violation. Notice how that works.
What's the point? Like, what's the point? Like, who you gonna show that to?
Hey, baby, I just wanna let you know, like, I ain't gonna lie. Once a woman start talking about other men and me, I'm done. So you might as well just wrap it up when we get home. Is that cool with you?
I'm not talking to you no more.
You ain't talking to me no more.
You op, like you doing op stuff. Like I'm not talking to you.
Alright. I'll let you say all that so I can put you on camera so I can show the whole world.
Sure you did.
This is why I'm done with you. I don't want nobody thinking, oh, he think he got all that and this and that. No. You just said what you said. You got other men giving you money, and that's all I need.
He's got to record himself for his own protection. You can't be too careful these days. If you would like to get early access to videos, weekly lectures, and case study breakdowns of human behavior, make sure you check out the members area link below in the video description. Otherwise, make sure to click on one of these videos on screen now if you enjoyed. Make sure you take care of yourself, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.